All right, so I had a little bit of a glitch, and it seems like it is. There we go. All right, so it paused on me, so I had to do a second part to this tutorial. All right, so Psych 1010. So the first thing that you'll see for Psych 1010, Psych 1101, or Psych 2103 will be these three announcements, okay? First, I want you to read over your welcome message. Hello and welcome to all three courses, all right? Please note that I teach more than three courses. I teach 7 courses. It's just a variation of if I teach 2 Psych 1010s, 3 Psych 1101s, and 2 Psych 2103s or whatever. So that's why it's very important to move on to the next message that's talking to you about emailing the instructor. I know everyone feels like they're special, and I'm sure you are a very special person. But if you email me from your personal email or even from your Augusta Tech email, I have no idea of who you are. You can put your name there. I have no idea what class you are referring to. 9 times out of 10, the student will say, Ms. Shine, this is, I'll say John Doe from your psychology course. That's awesome that you are John Doe from my psychology course and you need assistance with A, B, C, or D. Which psychology course are you referring to? Which section or CRN number are you enrolled in? I need that information because that helps me go directly to your course so I can see kind of what area I need to go in to assist you better. It really, really helps me. So please make sure that you kind of ingrain this in your mind and your brain very early so that we can kind of minimize that situation. And from the emails that I've received today, you all have done a wonderful job by doing that. So thank you. Kudos to you all. All right. So I told you I would provide you a video, which is what I'm doing. All assignments are due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. every week, unless I tell you otherwise. And I won't tell you otherwise until probably week 14 or 15 in the semester, okay? Otherwise, every Sunday by 11:59 p.m. every week, okay? No exceptions, no excuses. You are online. You signed up for an online class. In your online agreement, you stated that you have access to internet. You have access to a computer, which means you should be able to do my work, okay? The responsibility falls on you. I will not extend anything for you unless there is an extenuating circumstance. COVID is a extenuating circumstance. I get it. I understand it. I had it. My son had it. I am currently still suffering with some symptoms because COVID is clearly attacking my heart. So this is why I'm working from home this semester and not actually in my office on campus. So I'm having a lot of heart issues. So hence, this is why you have the video. Also, if you email me and I don't email you within 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, if you read through the syllabus, you'll see I think I have 48 hours to email you back. I definitely will email you back before 48 hours, but I'm going to be under the care of a cardiologist for a while, so I may not be able to get right back with you the same day, but trust and know that I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you don't hear from me after 48 hours, then that means I didn't receive it, so email me again, please, okay? If I'm sick or hospitalized or something like that, I'll let you all know in the announcements, but just keep that in mind, okay? All right. Week 1, assignments and announcements. This is pretty much the standard message that every single class has, so I feel comfortable going over this for you all. Read your course syllabus. I cannot stress that enough. Read your syllabus addendum. I'm going to tell you where that's located in just a second. And register for Launchpad. I put register there 3 times because I cannot stress that enough. Every single semester, I will have a student that didn't understand why they got 5 zeros. You didn't register, which means if you don't register for Launchpad, you may be looking at the code all day long, but you don't have access to the actual publishing materials, which is the assignments. So if you don't do that and you say, oh, I didn't know, guess what? Here's why you have the announcements and the assignments. And I'm going to send all of these to your email. I just didn't want to send them beforehand to your email before the semester began. But just know you will be responsible for it. So any announcements that I send out, I send them directly to your Augusta Tech email. So I didn't know, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do? No. Okay. Be obsessive about your assignments and your announcements. Okay. I don't throw something on you midweek. I try to get these messages out to you all either the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday before the next week starts, so that you all are prepared and have everything that you need. So when Monday hits, you know exactly what's expected of you. Sometimes I have a little bit of a delay and I may send it out to you all on Monday, but you don't have it any later than that new week starting. Okay, so just make sure that you are aware of that and prepared. All right. Launchpad registration link is located in the Start Here section of the course. When registering, you must use your Augusta Tech issue email. You cannot use a personal email. All right, so I'll show you here where the Start Here section is, right there. All right, so you got announcements, Start Here. That's in every single course, okay? Excuse me. I've already received 2 emails from students at the beginning of the semester. It's normal, it happens. You may register for your Launchpad, you navigate through it, you didn't read this part, and you're like, oh my gosh, I went back, I read it, and I already signed up for my Launchpad, but Miss Shine, I use my personal email. It happens, okay? If that happens, you would need to contact tech support. You should have access to that tech support if you went through and registered for the account. They should allow you to submit a ticket. Launchpad has been doing really, really great about responding to the students within 24 to 48 hours. And what you'll ask Launchpad tech support is to please change your email to your school email so that your grades can link to your Blackboard. Otherwise, personal email does not link your grades to Blackboard. And I can tell you right now, if I see even after the first week that a student has still not rectified this, I will send them an email and let them know you need to get this rectified. Failure to do so will leave you with zeros. I will not manually enter in 58 grades because you failed not to contact tech support to get something so simple done as changing your personal email to your Augusta Tech email, okay? It's not a difficult thing to do. If for some reason you say, hey, Miss Shine, I submitted the ticket, I contacted them, and I hate that my husband knows that I'm recording and sends me text messages, sorry. But, what was I saying? Oh, okay. If Launchpad tech support does not contact you back within 48 hours, email me, okay? And say, Miss Shine, here's my ticket, because you should get a ticket, like a help desk ticket, okay? Or a claim ticket. Send me your ticket. Say, hey, Miss Shine, it's been 48 hours. They have not reached back out to me. Then I step in, okay? And then I call them personally and say, hey, my student needs assistance with this, and I assure you it gets done while they're on the phone with me, okay? But do your due diligence first, and I'm your backup if they don't do their due diligence, all right? So don't stress about it if you've put in your personal email. It can be fixed. It will be fixed, so don't stress. We just need to do it very early with no later than the second week, okay? No later than the second week, but my advice is get it done the first week. You just want your stuff to look clean so you can have an idea of what you're looking like, how your grades are averaging up as you go throughout the course, okay? What I will say before I move on to number 2 about email accounts and Launchpad. Students, I love you guys to death. You all are very savvy and you just teach me the tricks of the trade. So Launchpad, interestingly enough, is set up by email, okay? So we can set up all kinds of emails which would allow you to get a Launchpad access, okay? Now, what you're thinking is, well, Miss Shine, we're going to only have one access code that we purchased or came packaged with the book that we purchased. That's correct. Launchpad has a nice little thing where they will allow a student 14 days. It's kind of like a hardship situation. They will allow a student to have access to Launchpad for 14 days, which means you get access to your ebook for 14 days and you have access to your assignments for 14 days. But after those 14 days, they shut you down, okay? And then at that point, they'll prompt you to put in a code that you should have purchased at that time, okay? Now, if I'm telling you the only grades that I will accept is from a Augusta Tech email, then that's me telling you that if you set up 1,500 different emails, I know that's not possible, but if you set up 1,500 email accounts and say, hey, I'm going to finesse this for the 15 weeks, 14 days with this email, hey, 14 days for the next email, 14 days for the next email, winning. You're not winning because I am only taking grades from your Augusta Technical College issued email, okay? So don't waste your time. You're really not wasting mine because I already told you I'm not accepting grades from alternate accounts, okay? I only take it from one. So don't waste your time trying to kind of finesse the system, all right? After 14 days, if you need those 14 days, that's great. That's a blessing. Use them, okay? But just know, I'm just like Launchpad. 14 days are over, I don't extend them out for you, okay? We're in college. Books come, it's required, it's necessary, okay? I use that for my class. I like to tell students and communicate this very early because we can have understanding of each other. Okay, Miss Shine, I may not be able to do your class. Got it, I understand it. Hate it, wish you could experience me. It's all right if you don't, okay? I just like to get things out very early and communicate to students so that we have an understanding with each other. Know that I know life happens. Life is happening to me. I have to telework from home. But I handle my business, and so I just expect you to do the same, okay? But if I can help you, I will. I'd bend over backwards trying to help my students. But it's just some things that it's just business. We just got to have business in order, okay? But if you run into any issues or have something that talk to me, communicate that to me. Please don't communicate that to me after 11:59 p.m. on a Sunday, though, okay? Because then I tend to not believe you as much. But if something is happening previously and you have, some way to kind of have me have a look at it, some documentation so I can verify that you are being legit, and it's some situations that come out that are besides COVID, okay? Hey, I was diagnosed December 21st with COVID. Who knew I was still going to now be affected with my heart? And it's January the 11th, okay? It's just a continuation of COVID. So I get it. I get it. And I would expect someone to have, some understanding, some, empathy for me. Not sympathy, but empathy for me. So I'm the same way, okay? But I'm upfront with people, and I'm going to do my due diligence to make sure that I'm meeting my end of the bargain. I just expect the same thing from you, okay? All right, moving on. Won't hold you here much longer. Second thing you need to do after you have registered for your Launchpad with your Augusta Tech email, complete your icebreaker. It can also, excuse me, be located in the Start Here section of the course in Blackboard. In order for you to receive a 100 on the assignment, you will need to reply to the original post with 2 things, basically 3 things total, okay? Out of the 3 things total that you'll be listing, you can list it as, hey, my name is such and such, glad to be here, go Augusta Tech Cougars. You don't have to put all that, I'm just being extra. Put your 3 things, 2 truths, 2 things about you that are true, 1 thing that's a lie. You don't tell us the lie until a person replies to you saying, hey, I think the lie is this. It would be nice if you responded back to them and say, hey, you're right, that is the lie, or nope, that's not the lie. You can if you want, but you're not required to. You're only required to reply to the person saying, yes, this is the lie, or no, it's not the lie, okay? It's up to you if you want to tell them what the truth or the lie is. So totally up to you, okay? So 50 points for your original response, which has, hey, my name is such and such. Here are my 2 truths and a lie. List the 3, okay? Then you reply to a classmate that has theirs listed and say, hey, I think your 2 truths and a lie, or I think your lie is you don't run 5 miles every day. Whatever, okay? 50 points equal 100. It's just that simple for your icebreaker assignment. And I'll show you where that's located really quickly. All right, so here you have my introduction. Woo-woo. The syllabus for the course, same setup, whether you're in Psych 1101, Psych 1010, Psych 2103. The addendum, textbook, your Launchpad registration message. So simple and easy. You click right here, it links you to it, and then you have to put in your code and sign up the account. Please keep your password information because sometimes it gets quirky. All right, and then here is your, where's the icebreaker? Oh, here it is. Sorry, I passed right by it. Discussion board icebreaker assignment, due week 1. I try to be as clear as possible so that students don't get lost. Okay, you click on that. You click on icebreaker assignment. I'm going to have to start saying, do not create a thread. So I'm telling you now, do not create a separate thread. All you need to do is click on mine. You click on mine. You reply here. You'll reply to my original post. And then you'll reply to, hey, I'm going to reply to Ashley. I think your lie is, I have no kids. Whatever. Guess what? You just got your first 100. Okay? That's easy. All right? Told you where located and what was required of you. All right? Third thing, complete all Launchpad assignments listed in module week 1. It won't say week 1 for Psych 1101. It won't say week 1 for Psych 2103. It will only say that for Psych 1010. So the only difference for those other courses, it will only say here listed in module 1 because it's broken down into modules. The module is basically broken down into the week. I try to make it so simple. So module 1, week 1, module 2, week 2, module 3, week 3, module 15, week 15, end of our semester. So your modules are set up by your weeks, but I won't say that in Psych 1101 or Psych 2103 because I don't want to confuse you with how you'll see it. It's listed as module 1, but I do it week by week by week, okay? And I try to make your modules available to you all either by like that Saturday or that Sunday before the new week starts so that you have access to it. You can kind of work around in it early if you want to, or just kind of know how to prepare what you have ahead of you for that week, okay? Listed in module, complete all Launchpad assignments listed in module week 1 in the classroom section of this course. Please do not work directly from Launchpad once you register. Work from your modules in the classroom section that will connect you to Launchpad. Once you finish an assignment, X out and go back to the module to complete the next assignment. Trust me, this prevents you from missing other important assignments that are listed in your module, such as exams and even other coursework that I may put in there. I try not to throw extra besides the exams and your projects, but I might. But I'll list it. I wouldn't surprise you. You would know it would be listed just like this if it was in week 5 or 6 or whatever. So let me show you what I mean by that. So all your modules are listed in the classroom section. And here's your classroom section here. All right. Here's your discussion board instructions. You will have a discussion board every week unless I tell you differently. Okay. I'm not going to read word for word. If you are listening to me, that means you're in college. If you're in college, that means you know how to read. Okay. Read. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. Now, read these discussion board instructions very carefully, especially this last part here about what is required of you. You will not get full credit if you do not meet my requirements. Okay. Each discussion requires a 7 to 10 sentence original post using a prompt from the topic page. I'll show you. Plus reply to at least one classmate. I know I said I was going to show you the module. I am. I'm getting there. But this is important for me to bring up. The replies must be, this is your reply to another student. Your reply to another student must be at least 5 sentences of original writing. I say plus a quote, but I'm not going to stress you out if you don't have a quote. And it's not necessarily a quote of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to reference something from the text in your response to your classmate. Okay. So, I mean, I can leave the word quote in there, but I'm just telling you what I'm looking for, because you need to support your answer or your response to your classmate of why you answered the way you did. Thinking it's, replies such as, that was good what you said. I mean, my son is in the 4th grade. He could say that to someone. You're in college. I'm looking for, I agree with what you said because, as the textbook states, or based on research that I found in an article that I read. I'm not even asking you to reference the article that you read, but at least let it be valid. That's all I'm saying. But I'm looking for you to support that. A response of, I agree, that was great. No credit. You didn't even, what was great about it? What did you agree with it? Okay, I've had students, one student said once before, I asked a discussion board question about when we're talking about lifespan and development, and I asked them, if you had a child, or if you have children, how did, and this is not verbatim, how would you change your parenting style based on the way you were reared in your development? Would you change it? If you would or wouldn't, please explain why. Reference your parenting style. Learn from the text. I had a student respond and say, I don't want children. No credit. This is a hypothetical question that is pulling directly from the textbook, okay? I need you to understand that, or be able to communicate and show me that you can communicate this to me and have a dialogue with your classmates about the parenting styles. That's the meat and potato that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for your views of you having children. So what? You can answer a hypothetical question. You're an adult, okay? So please don't do something like that. And then I still had another student that replied to it, being lazy. I agree. You agree with them not having children? I mean, what is this? Okay, so please think about your responses to the original post. Please think about your replies to your classmates, because I can assure you, I have given you the instructions. If you don't follow the instructions, you will not receive the credit. And the response that you will get from me when you send me an email saying, Ms. Shine, I don't understand why I got 50 points, I will tell you to refer to the discussion board instructions and ensure that you follow them. If you did not follow them based on the instructions, this is why you got the points you got. It's clear, people. Okay? All right. And please make sure you look over spelling and grammatical errors. Sometimes students will reply to discussion boards as if they're sending me a text message. You're not. U is Y-O-U, not the letter U. So please look at these things, okay? And I'm telling you, 10 points will be deducted for each criterion that is not met. So the responsibility falls on you, you good people. All right? No plagiarized work will be scored. I can tell when you've copied and pasted something, so just don't do it, okay? It's just not even that serious. I haven't even given you a minimum word count of what your responses should be. I don't want to do that. I want to give you the space and opportunity to reply at a level that I know you can reply at, okay? Don't make me put, hey, it has to be a minimum of 400 words, 300 words, 200 words. I mean, you may be able to get to the point in 50 words, 60 words, 25 words. I don't know, but it needs to explain to me and be supported. And if those things are done, I'm okay with it, okay? So just don't make it difficult on yourself. All right. Your discussion boards will be found here. It'll say discussion board. It says discussion boards week 1 through 15. All right, so you'll click on this and then you'll click on a discussion board for week 1. You shouldn't even have the option to create a thread. But if you do have the option to create a thread, don't. Just reply to me, okay? And then that keeps all of our communication together, all right? So just keep that in mind. Now, here is our module or week 1. For Psych 1101, Psych 2103, it will not say week 1. It will say module 1. Only difference, okay? So when you click on this, it will provide you with your lecture slides, your study guide, and in this class, you're going to have pretty much a chapter test, okay? You won't have unit exams, you'll have chapter exams. Psych 1101 and Psych 2103 have unit exams. So you may not have a study guide for week 1 because you'll have a unit exam, which means I'm going to go over maybe the first 3 weeks. And in the 3rd week, you'll have a study guide for unit 1 that covers those 3 chapters. So only difference with 1101 and 2103. So here, let me switch to the view that you all will see it because I don't want you freaking out like, mine didn't look like yours, Miss Shine. This is what it looks like for students, okay? So first up, you'll see your lecture slides, but it should be a table of content down here that you can click on and it'll just let you skip to the next thing, okay? But if you don't want to skip to the next thing there, you can always just page 2, all right? That shows you your study guide. Page 3 showed you your Launchpad assignment, your first Launchpad assignment. So when I was telling you all, work in it and then X out and go back, this is what I mean. When you click here to launch, and in a perfect world, this would be if you registered for your Launchpad with your Augusta Tech email, you're all good to go. This is what you should see when you click to launch. It takes you to Launchpad, okay? It tells you your due date, and it tells you how many points. Let me click preview as a student. It tells you how many points you'll get for completing this assignment. You'll click begin activity, you'll complete the assignment, and I'll just kind of go ahead and play around in it, okay? What's the college zone for a second lab, but y'all all right, Stanley also 15 points. So if you look right here, it shows you that the goal is to get you have to get to 300 in order to get your 100 for completion of this assignment. Now, what students have done, not you good people, but other students that I've had before, they see these little things here at the bottom. Need help on this question? Of course I do. So they'll say, show answer. But sometimes those good people fail to realize that you don't get any points for that. So you haven't went anywhere. You just got an additional question. No points. No closer to that 300. Show me the answer again. Show me the answer again. It's the computer, the system even tells you, slow down. I mean, really. Get through this. This is really helpful. And let me tell you why it's especially helpful to online students. This is in support of what you have in the textbook, the reading, because you're going to be required to read the chapters, okay? What I've selected here really helps you to target the areas that I'm focusing on, because the textbook, the chapter could have maybe 10 components of it, but I'm only required as a state standard to go over 5 of those components. That helps you figure out, okay, she's going to concentrate on these particular areas for that exam. I've hand selected the assignments, okay? So based off of my hand selection of the assignments, that kind of helps you to realize that, okay, this is the area that she's focusing on and that she's going to give us an assessment to kind of cover that. It's helpful. So I'm not giving you busy work. I'm giving you supportive work to help you further understand some concepts that may have been difficult for you to understand, or that you're kind of constantly assessing and testing yourself of the knowledge that you've gained, or something that you'll be looking forward to once you do start reading that particular chapter, okay? You can also click on get a hint. Now, although you won't get 0 points, you'll get some points, but you won't get the full amount of points if you just answered it correctly yourself, or if you clicked on read the ebook page on the topic. The beautiful thing about this is you don't get penalized for clicking on it, and it takes you directly to where the answer is in the book. So if you click on that, this is what it'll show you. Come on. See how technology loves me. All right, so in a perfect world, this will pop up. It would have what this section is going over with structuralism and Edward B. Titchener, okay? And so it will take you directly to where the answer is. It takes you less than probably 2 minutes to just kind of read over that. There it is. Read over that. It tells you. Structuralism. Boom. Broke it down to you. All right. So when you're like, all right, I'm done, you get to your 300. I don't want you to click home, because when you click home, it takes you here. And then what students start doing, not you, just other people that are students of mine, they start clicking on assignments that I didn't assign. So they'll click on, oh, what is that? Okay, first exam. It must be something she wants us to complete. No, it's not. Video activity. Miss Shine, I did the video activity, but I didn't get any credit for it. Can you put that in? Nope, because I didn't assign that to you. So it's great that you did it, but you didn't get any credit for it. Just X out. And what I mean by X out is, let me drag it here. X out. It will take you right back to where this is in Blackboard. Okay, I know I already did Learning Curve 1A. Cool. Go to the next assignment. Complete it. Learning Curve 1B. Click to launch. Do the same thing. All right. So I'm hoping I'm not sounding long-winded. I'm not trying to, but this is really helpful information that has helped students every semester once they kind of get it and understand that you can get in some terrible trouble by not following kind of my directions. And the trouble that a student can get into is, guess what students start doing? They just start going straight to Launchpad and not even working through their weeks. So guess what? When you have an exam, and I'll show you really quick. Let's see. Oh, I'm in student mode still. Change that. All right, so I'll show you week 2 really quickly. You won't have access to it, but still want to show you. All right, you click on week 2, and where is my? All right, let me throw it in there. Chapter 1. Oh goodness. Oh, there we go. Course completion. You all don't need 30 minutes for that. I'll give you 45. It will automatically submit, and it will be due on, that's when it'll be due. All right, after due dates. All right, so glad I did this to prove my point. All right, so edit mode. What? Oh, okay. Well, I can't show you what it looks like because you're not supposed to have access to that. All right, so I'll show you. Okay, imagine this is your week 2. When you click on, stop it. I don't want you to do that. All right, when you click on edit mode on, edit mode off. All right, there we go. When you click on chapter 1 or a chapter exam, sorry, I don't mean when you click on the exam, but if you work directly in Launchpad, then you don't see these, you don't see your study guide because you're just working from one place. You don't see your lecture slides. you don't see these videos that are very helpful. And I try to, when I find videos that I feel like are helpful to you all, I give them to you all, okay? But you also miss your exams. And yes, you do have, if you've looked at the makeup policy on your exams, you do have 7 days to make up your exam from the original due date. But if you never go into your module and just work directly from Launchpad, you've missed the 7-day makeup policy as well. So that really starts hurting your grade. So please, please, please work from your modules, please. Okay. All right. 4, complete your Smarter Measure assignment by Sunday night, located in the Start Here section. If you have already completed this in another online class or class that was a hybrid or web enhanced and your instructors should have required you to use it, then just send me your results. If you have not ever done a Smarter Measure assignment, then you'll go to the Start Here section, and here it is. And when you click on it, I say there, please complete. You click on it, you do it, that's it. No frills, no fuss. Okay. All right. And you can send me your scores electronically through email. Well, of course, you have to send it to me electronically, but I'll manually enter your credit in. All right. Complete week 1 syllabus quiz. This is located in your module. Okay. You have to read the syllabus first in order to do well on your quiz. So read your syllabus. Okay. Complete discussion board week 1. I've already gone over that with you all. I cannot stress enough about how you need to, as you can see, read your syllabus, especially the section on makeup policies and online policies. Please make sure you look at the information as it relates to your makeup policies, where I'm talking about a proctored event, and also in the online policies, make sure you look up and look at very closely the information that is required of you for the proctored event, because you have to, everyone has a proctored event. For Psych 1010, it is a psychology project that you will have to present, and it has to be a recording presentation. It can be a Prezi, it can be whatever system you want to use. You can use a you can use PowerPoint, whatever. Get creative. I don't care what you use. But I have to see your ID, either your Augusta Tech ID or your or any state issued ID or a military ID, so that I know you are you. Okay. And once you show me your ID, then you start recording. Students don't get to say, I don't want to record. It is my proctored events. If you fail to do that proctored event, you fail the class. It is an online policy. It is in my class. I have noted that in the syllabus several times. I'm telling you early. This is proof, okay? So you must do your proctored event, okay? And so it's going to be either project, reaction paper, or life story interview for Psych 2103. If you do not want, I've already told you this. All right, do not throw away the code. I've had so many students throw away the code before, and it breaks my heart because I hate that they have to go out and buy another code. In fact, they used to give me codes for free for hardship, but I think everything has gotten tight since COVID. They don't even give me hardship codes anymore. I even tried to threaten them and say we weren't going to use them. Didn't matter. All right. Classroom. Let's see if it's anything else here. No, nothing else here you should be concerned with. Just kind of read over your announcements. Can't stress that enough. Your syllabus. Can't stress that enough. And just complete all of your assignments this week. Your Launchpad assignments, even if you have like 4 or 5 in there, I'm going to be honest with you. If you took one day, hour, maybe hour and a half, you could complete all your Launchpad assignments, even your Launchpad assignments and your discussion boards. You could complete that in an hour and a half. So it's not difficult. Don't ever feel overwhelmed by looking at that. Okay. Man, she gave us 5. Well, it must have been 5 assignments that I needed to give you for me to feel like, okay, the student really will have all these components and could be successful on an exam. All right. I honestly cannot think of anything else right now. I will say about emailing, please don't email me at 11:50 because your computer is having a glitch and you are in the middle of your Launchpad. Is Miss Shine saying that she'll give me a 0 because something happened with technology? No, because you saw my technology was freezing. Okay, take a picture, which I mean a screenshot of it. Send me that screenshot at that particular time, showing me this is what happened, and I'll rectify it the next day. Don't stress, okay? Don't stay up. Even if it happens on a Saturday, screenshot it. I'm able to verify that it is a technical issue. We'll work it out. It'll be worked out. Don't stress it, okay? But emailing me 5 times, it's not going to do anything, okay? If I don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. So, screenshot. I'll fix it. I promise. You got proof? I'll fix it. Don't you even worry about it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. That's how I look at it, okay? Also, I had an experience last semester that was a bit overwhelming, and I don't know what I want to attribute it to. But what I will say is I try to be really, really good, and I do it too much because I have my emails that come directly to my phone, so it makes a noise, an alarm once it comes to my phone. And even if I'm in the bed and I'm available, even if it's 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, this is a fairly simple question. I'll email you back. I'm not required to, though. Okay, I have 48 hours when I can respond to you. If I do, that means I was available that night. That does not mean you can email me every time at 8 p.m. because you have a question. Okay, so I will if I'm available. I promise you. Okay, and I pride myself in being really, really good about emailing, communicating with students. Okay, so don't stress. If it's something that comes up, something that happens that's beyond your control, email me. If I can respond right then, I will. If I can't, I promise you, I will. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay? All right. Just want to show you the module versus week 1. Okay? Same thing with my Psych 2103. All right. So I will conclude there. I hope you all enjoyed this semester with me. I hope you heard wonderful things about the class that I'm going to be teaching you. And I will definitely, as long as I'm available, I will definitely make myself available to you all. I had some students last semester request like a meeting. A lot of times the meeting is not even a meeting that they really needed. It was just probably a quick email, but of course I will meet with you. We just meet through Blackboard Collaborate. So if you see that in if you see that in your classroom section, Blackboard Collaborate, it's nothing that you need to click on unless I've scheduled a meeting for the class, or I just make it available for if a student wanted to meet with me. Then we're not face to face, but they can see me, I can see them, we can talk about it, we can kind of work through it, I can show them my screen and all that. So if that ever comes up, just know that's how we'll meet. I won't be on campus or available to go on campus to you all for this semester. But we will have, we can meet. It's just a different kind of meeting, okay? Virtual meeting. All right, you all take care. If you have questions after reviewing this, shoot me an email. Typically, I am available to you all Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. I take a lunch, 12 to 12:30. So if you need me between those times, I will definitely be able to respond to you all. If it's after those times, if I'm available, I'll respond. If I'm not, then I won't. I won't respond until the next day. Okay? All right, y'all take care.